Hi, I'm James, and today on Spooks Tools Restoration I'm going to be restoring this 100-year-old toaster. Here is the 100-year-old toaster. Doesn't look that old really, does it? It's Art Deco, I think, is the style. Underneath is, there's a label, you can't see it on there, but it says Universal, made in Connecticut, I think, 1915. It has a neat little action. Once one side of your toast is done, you just flip it over. Okay, to get this running, it says it runs on 200 volts. So if the UK is 230, I think it should be able to handle it. Because the chap in the antique store said he bought it in United Kingdom. But this obviously comes from the United States. And I can't see any problems with it working on the mains. But I don't know whether it's AC or DC. It's just a direct wires going into the filaments that heats up. Although I think I'll be toast if it doesn't work. I think what I'll do is just test it on the mains and then fit an earth wire maybe here on the casing. I found a perfect wire in my junk box, a lead with tags on the end. The device says it is 2 amps, so I'm just going to have to change this 13 amp fuse. I got a 3 amp fuse fitted here, should be alright. And now we're going to connect the live and neutral to these knobs here. I'm just going to wrap them round there. I don't suppose it makes any difference which way they go around. Okay, we've got the neutral and live lead fitted there. Just make sure they're not touching each other or the casing. And we're going to test that now. Okay, I'm going to stand well back and just plug it in. Oh, something's smoking. What happened there? I think that was just smells like hair burning. So I think that was a successful test there. We know it's working somewhat. So we're going to clean all the hairs and gunk out of that. Right, we need a round connector to fit those round pins on the device. But I've got these connectors here that I might be able to bend into round ones. That seems like a good fit there. So 2 of these, please. Then we can just fit our connectors to the ends of the wires and crimp them on. Right, we have the connectors fitted to the ends of the wires. So we can just plug these in to the contacts. Doesn't matter which way. Check that nothing's touching the edges or each other, and we can go for test 2. Okay, test 2. Let's see if we can get a red glow on it. Oh, it's getting warm. Yeah, I see a red glow on the bottom only. No. Oh, is it? Yeah, the second row is getting hot. And now the third. Excellent. Now obviously in the modern age of health and safety, we couldn't sell this if these wires were hanging out the back there. So we need some sort of plug so it could fit on these pins without these wires being exposed. So I found this old plug from a pair of speakers. And it's an exact fit, look, to that. We've just got to find some way of taking this apart, so let's get sawing. So I split this apart, and the most useful end would be this, because the distance between these points directly corresponds with these points here. You know, it's the standard electrical thing that lasted 100 years. So they fit exactly there, so all I need to do is drill holes that are round in here for it to fit. So that's the round holes drilled out and matching up with the points. We're just going to file down the edges and make it nice and smooth and pretty. So now the plug fits on the points here, like a little plug. We need to get these live and neutral wires through these holes so they make contact with the pins here but are not pushed back. We're just going to make those holes a little bit bigger and trim these wires up. So now we've fitted the leads through the plug and expanded the ends by utilising the pliers, inward force, so the wires are now stuck in securely and fit onto the device. That's quite secure. Now there's an extra hole in here to fit the earth lead, so we may as well put that through here and connect it somehow to the casing. Right, so I threaded the earth wire through the third hole, extended it expertly using this substitute electrical tape, and connected this connector with a hole at the end. So now unfortunately, to connect that, we must drill a hole into the side of the device. Now obviously I'm using the smallest drill size I have. Now that worked. We have a perfectly tiny little hole there to hold a screw and washer. So with a bit of filing down, we've got the smallest screw in the house I could find and a very tiny washer. So with a bit of brute force we can attach the earth lead to that. Plug in, wire the earth to the side with the screw through and the washer on the back. And there we are, the finished results of the plug. If I was an electrician, I would pass this to CE standards myself. There's nothing poking out, everything's connected together, it's all insulated doubly, there's nothing that can go wrong with it. Here's a quick close-up of the connector. You see the holes with the live and neutral leads just on the side there to make contact with the pins. Now we're just going to do a general polish with some brass. Other brands are available. Well, there you go, a 100-year-old toaster, perfect working condition and all restored and looking pretty. Doesn't look out of place, looks very futuristic indeed.